For my daily thought today, I wanted to discuss the journey that comes with breaking free from any addiction in general, or we could be more specific and say pornography, watching pornography, that is. So basically, I've been clean for some time, and even still, I feel apathetic at times, so I feel that I don't have that same interest or passion or motivation that I may have had some other time in life, maybe before I began watching porn. So in other words, I maybe felt that or feel that indulging in porn for around 10 years, getting used to that high, may have made it hard for me to find something that could bring me that same feeling. Of course, it's with any drug you're gonna feel, different elevated levels of chemicals or hormones, and so it's not completely natural. So it really is something you'd probably never forget, and we'll see as time goes on. But I'm sure there's other addicts out there, or former addicts, I should say, that would say that that feeling still lingers within them, remembering that feeling, that is, and learning to deal with that is very difficult, I think, especially for someone just coming off of an addiction. So I think that's where the journey lies. I think even as time goes on, it could be months, years later, and that feeling may still linger, and you may feel down at times simply because maybe a part of your brain, and not you, but just a part of your brain maybe misses that porn or that addiction, that substance or whatever it may be. But I don't think there's much you can really do about it other than use willpower. And the reason I say that is because the only other choice is to go back to it. And if you go back to something, then you're just going to be back stuck in the same, rut that you're in. We have no other choice. We have no other choice but to move forward. And every day might be hard, but we have to move forward because there is no other choice. So I think even if you feel down or you're just completely ruined, and you're doubting whether or not you're doing the right thing, even though you know it's the right thing, well, I would say to just keep going. You have to keep going. You can't stop and turn around and go back to what kept you away from reality. You can't, stick around that form of escapism. You can't do that. You certainly could try and find out for yourself, but then you're gonna most likely regret it immediately. So I think it's also similar to that grass is greener on the other side type of thing, that even though we broke free from an addiction, we still feel that it's not as good as what we had expected it to be. But a part of life is exploring it, understanding the dimensions of it, how it works, and you can't really do much about the the structure of how life is laid out, I would say, if that makes a bit of sense. So you can't really fight it. You can't hide an addiction. You just have to move forward. That's it. I'll just leave it at that. And I do plan to revisit this topic, especially because it's very passionate. I feel very passionate about it simply because I feel it's slightly underestimated by some people. I think that people can carry with them that feeling of the addiction, and it's going to take something immense and enormous just to keep their mind off of it. And that might mean finding a new passion, finding that inner motivation to do something that you really want to do in life. And I think you can take a look at yourself and find out, what do you really like to do other than that? Well, start there, I would say. Start there and see where it goes.